Hello students, welcome back to Analog and Digital Electronics class of third semester CSIS of VTU syllabus. So in the previous videos, I have covered module 1 of 17-18 academic year syllabus. Then I also covered module 2, that is basic gates and K-map and other methods. So right now we are in module 3. In module 3, in my previous video, I have covered multiplexer, demultiplexer, 1 of 16 decoder, BCD to decimal decoder. So please refer those videos. So today I will going to start 7 segment decoders. Now we know LED emits radiation when it is forward bias, because we know free electrons recombine with the holes, and at the junction, as the free electrons fall from higher energy level to lower one, they give off energy in the form of light or heat. So by using materials such as phosphorus, arsenic, manufacturer can produce different LEDs. So in this section we will see 7 segment indicator where 7 LEDs labeled as A through G, and when it is connected and when it is forward biased, then different LEDs will glow depending on which LED is forward biased, and they can display 0 through 9. So 0 through 9. So here you can see the LEDs are connected in this form, and this LED is labeled as A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, this is F, and this is G. So to display one, we need to forward bias these 2 LEDs, that is B and C. To display 2, these LEDs should be forward biased. To display 3, these LEDs should be forward biased. To display 4, these LEDs should be forward biased. To display 5, these LEDs should be forward biased. So to display 6, please remember 6, these LEDs should be forward biased. To display 7, we don't write 7, sometimes you write 7 like this, no. To display 7, these LEDs should be forward biased. To display 8, this. To display 9, these LEDs should be forward biased. So there are 2 types of configuration of 7 segment indicator, that is called as common anode, where anode is connected to VCC, and other one is common cathode, where cathode is connected to the ground. So in this session we will see the driver IC, which is called as 7 segment decoder driver 7446 or 7447. 7446 is a common anode. 7446 is a common anode indicator. 7447 is a common cathode indicator. So now we will see the diagram from Digital Principle and Application book. So you can see here the diagram. This is called as common anode, where the anode is connected to VCC, and this is called as a common cathode. And we have 2 IC, one is 7446, other one is 7447, and you can see here this is a common anode and this is the common cathode type, and how it is connected. This is 7 segment indicator, and this is 7446 decoder driver IC. These are the BCD input, and this one, output of this one is connected to the different segment of the LED of 7 segment. So based on input, suppose the input is 0, 0, 0, 0, here 0 is displayed, here 0 is displayed. If the input is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1 is displayed, 0, 1, 0, 2 is displayed. The only difference between this and this is a common cathode type, and this is common anode type. So next one is the encoder. So what is an encoder? Encoder converts an active input signal to a coded output signal. So normally when we send data through network, normally our data will be encoded from one format to, from original format to different format, so that hacker will not come to know the meaning of the data. Same meaning is here. Encoder is a converter which converts active input signal to coded output signal. So you can see here there are different types of encoder. One is a decimal to BCD encoder. So now decimal to BCD encoder, you think these are the switches which represent 0 to 9. When you press any one of the switches, you will get binary representation. That is called as BCD to decimal to BCD encoder. Suppose if you press switch 5, this one switch 5, you will get here 0 1 0 1 BCD representation. If you press switch 9, you will get here 1 0 0 1. So this is called as decimal to BCD encoder. So now, so dear friends, here you can see 74147. This one is called as a priority encoder. This one is called as a priority encoder because this gives to the priority to the highest order input. You can see this by looking into this table here. Here you can see x1 to x9. This is low. That means this will give the priority to this one and you will get output in the coded format like this one. Here this one is high. This will give the priority to this one and you will get the output here. So like this you will get the output for the various combination of x1 to x9, that is called as priority encoder. I repeat, see here this input L, this is low. It gives the priority to low here. Then you will get this output, coded output. Here, this, it will give priority to this one, x8. Here it will give priority to x7. Here it will give priority to x6. Based on this, you will get coded output. That is called as priority encoder. So you can see here, design a priority encoder of the truth table which is shown in the figure 4.2a. So he says the order of the priority is x1 greater than x2 and greater than x3. So however, if the encoder is not enabled by yes or all the inputs are inactive, the output is 0. So you will take something like this, x1, x2, x3. So if s is 0, then output is 0 and input is not enabled. If s is 1, then either x1 will get priority, or x2 will get priority, or x3 will get priority. So output code is either 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. So this one, if you solve it through K-map, you will get the answer, this one. So this is the design for the priority encoder. So now next one is exclusive OR gate. So exclusive OR gate, we know the output of the exclusive OR gate. When an odd number of input is high, input it is high. When even number of input, the exclusive output is low. So the expression for the exclusive OR gate is this one, and the implementation is this one. So exclusive OR gates are normally used in parity generator and parity checker. So in the next session, we will come to know what is parity generator, what is parity checker. Thank you. Hello students, welcome back. So in this presentation we will see parity generator and parity checker. For continuity, please refer my earlier videos in Vastech channel. So before we study about parity generator and parity checker, let's have idea about exclusive OR gate. So we know exclusive OR gate is a circuit which gives output is equal to high when odd number of input is high, and output is equal to 0 when even number of inputs are high. So the expression for exclusive OR gate is y is equal to a bar plus b plus a plus b bar. Now the question comes, why we have to study here exclusive OR gate? So a exclusive OR gate can be used as a parity checker or generator, because odd parity checker or generator, because you know odd number of inputs to exclusive OR gate, odd number of input to the exclusive OR gate generate 1, even number of input to the exclusive OR gate generates 0. So which can be used as a odd parity generator, and it can be used to check odd parity generator. That is the application of a exclusive OR gate. So now we'll proceed to see the 4 input exclusive OR gate. On your screen you can see here the 4 variable which can give 16 possible combinations, and the output based on odd number of this one input. Here you can see it is 1, here it's 1, here even number of inputs, so 0, here 1, and here also 0, here 0, here it is 1, like this. This is the 4 input exclusive OR gate, and it can be represented like this. So now the next one is the parity generator and parity checker. So parity generator and parity checker, I am using Digital Principles and Application book PDF from Donald P. Leach and Malvino for the reference. So what is parity? Parity indicates a number of ones in a word. For example, you can see here, in this case, here it contains even number of ones, then it is called as even parity. It contains odd number of ones, then it is called as odd parity. So parity checker is a device which checks odd parity or even parity. For example, here you can see this is the exclusive OR gate, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So odd number of ones are there. So it should generate 1 odd parity. So it should generate 1 based on odd number of ones. It should generate 1. So now we'll proceed to parity generator. So parity generator circuit diagram you can see here. So here you can see 8 bits are there, x0 to x7, all are connected to OR gate, exclusive OR gate. Now the output is a combination of x0 to x9, x7 plus x8, total 9 bit. So now we will take particular number. So we will take this number 0, 1, 0, 0. So here it is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. It contains even number of ones. Even number of ones for exclusive OR gate is gives 0. The output of exclusive OR gate is 1. So when you see entire 9-bit number, it contains odd number of ones. Clear? Now we will change this one 0 to 1. So I will change this one. So this bit I will make it 1. Now it contains odd number of ones. So when odd numbers of ones, output of exclusive OR gate is 1, but output of this inverter is 0, and this entire number contains once again odd number of ones. That means this circuit acts like a odd parity generator. You give the input as even or odd. The output is a odd number of ones. Output is a odd number of ones. That is why it's called as odd parity generator. So now, what is the use of this one? The parity generator and parity checkers are used in data transmission. Because of disturbance or noise, during the transmission of data, either one bit can change from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. For example, we want to send 0 1 0 0 1. This is the output of a odd parity generator, and it contains odd number of ones. So due to disturbance, if suppose one of the bit change from odd to even, that is this bit 1 becomes 0, then this contains on the other end, that means the received data contains even number of ones, and when you pass the even number of ones to parity checker, which consists of exclusive OR gate, which gives output is equal to 0, that indicates there is an error in the transmission. So this is the application of parity generator and parity checker. Now the IC 74180, which can be used as a parity generator. You can see there's a pin configuration of the IC 74180, and how it can be used as a parity. How it can be used as a parity generator, you can see here. It contains input, odd input or even input. That means you can set this IC as either odd parity generator, as I told earlier, or even parity generator. In the diagram, odd input is connected to VCC. That means it works like a odd parity generator. That means when your input is even, also it will generate odd number of ones at the output. That is called as odd parity generator. When your input is odd, anyway it will generate odd parity number of ones, odd number of ones in the output. Even though when your input is also even, then also it will generate odd number of ones at the output. That's why it is called as a odd parity generator. So, dear students, so next topic is magnitude comparator. The magnitude comparator is the one which compare two words. In the diagram you can see we are comparing two words. So this contains n number of bits and this can contain n number of bits. That's why it is represented by thick arrow, and the output is a single bit output. Totally here 3 bits are there, which represent 3 cases. That is, one is A is greater than B, second one is A is equal to B, or third one is A less than B. So now design 2-bit comparator using gates. So you can see here 2 bits. I have taken 2 bits as B0, B1, that is one word. I mean bits of word, and this is the other word, A0, A1. And I am going to compare. Since here 4 variables are there, it will give 16 possible combination. First you have to write 16 possible combination, and the output is either A greater than B, A equal to B, or A less than B. So here you see both are equal, that is A equal to B. This is 0 and this is 0. That means this is 1. Here A is 0, this value is 1. That means A A is less than B. Here also A is less than B. Here also A is less than B. Here A is greater than B. Like this, you have to write all the possible combinations. Once you write the possible combinations, you have to solve it by using K-map. When you solve this by using K-map, you will get these equations. For A is equal to A is greater than B. This needs practice. A is equal to B and A is less than B. So implement this one by using basic gates. One is A is greater than B. A is equal to B. A is less than B. This is 2-bit comparator. So next one is we have IC 7485. 7485 IC is a 4-bit comparator. Here you can see 4 bits A0, A1, A2, A3, B0, B0. Depending on the comparison, it can give output A is greater than B, A is equal to B, A is less than B. And it has also got input. That means you can cascade this IC. You can make this, you can connect two IC and you can make this as a 8-bit comparator. So for cascading, this is the cascade input for A is less than B, A is equal to B and A is greater than B. So you can see here now, this is a truth table. Now design 5-bit magnitude comparator using 7485 IC. 5-bit. We have already 4-bit IC. This for 4-bit IC, 4-bit comparator is there. You have to cascade a 1-bit comparator. You have to cascade 1-bit comparator and that will design a 5-bit comparator. So design part is very easy here. Design part is very easy. So first we have to design 1-bit comparator. So how to design 1-bit comparator? To design 1-bit comparator, you take 1 bit A0, second bit B0 and combinations are 4 combinations 00, 01, 10, 11. So when A is equal to B, this is 1. So you have to compare. Based on that, you have to fill this table. And finally, by solving using K-map, you will get this expression for A is equal to B, A is greater than B, A is less than B. Then circuit diagram. You have to draw the circuit diagram for this expression. The circuit diagram for this expression is circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram for this expression. You can see here. This is A and B. This is A is greater than B, A is greater than B, A0, B0 bar. So A0, B0 bar through AND gate. A is equal to B is nothing but exclusive NOR gate. See, it is not exclusive OR. Exclusive NOR. This is exclusive NOR. And less than B is this one. So you connect this one to our 4-bit comparator. So now this totally becomes a 5-bit comparator. This is 5-bit comparator. So this is 1-bit comparator. So my dear students, to explain these diagrams, I refer the textbook from Logic Design, Atul P. Godse. So Logic Design, Atul P. Godse, this book I am referring. And this video is not for commercial purpose. This video is only to help our students. So this is 5-bit comparator. So now students will see 1-bit comparator using basic gates. That we have already seen 1-bit comparator. This is a 1-bit comparator. Now design 8-bit comparator and to compare two numbers. Design an 8-bit comparator using 7485 IC. So what I am doing, I am connecting 4-bit comparator. This is 4-bit and this is 4-bit. These are the cascading inputs connected. And here the cascading input of the other IC, what I will do, 2 inputs I will ground it and 1 input I will connect it to 5 volt VCC. That means I want to check whether the two numbers are equal. I want to check here equality of the two numbers. I don't want to check whether the two numbers, one is greater than other or one is less than other. I want to check whether two numbers are equal. When the two numbers are equal, you will get the output also, that is, you will get the output that is equal. So next, design n-bit comparator for equal. So this is the circuit diagram for if two numbers are equal. This is the circuit diagram. If two bits are equal, this is the circuit diagram. 2 bit if you take, you can see here in the above circuit diagram, you can see here if the two bits are equal, we are getting the output here when you give the A input A and B. That is nothing but a exclusive this one exclusive NOR gate output that I will going to pass through AND gate, and other input to the AND gate is not equality check, that is output is equal to equal or not. This one other input is this one. So now how to design n-bit comparator. So here you can see equality check. I will connect this bit to logic 1. Output of this one is connected to the next one. Output of this one is connected to the next one. Output of this is connected to next one. Since I have started with the bit 0, n-bit contains n minus 1. Last stage is n minus 1. This is called as n-bit equality comparator. I will compare for only equality. Output is connected to the next stage. This is cascading input. So this is the comparator, n-bit equality comparator.